Hey everyone! I recently purchased this gorgeous Tailored Expression embossing folder that is called Prairie. I got it from my local scrapbook store, and I think it's going to make a beautiful card. So I'm just pulling it out of the package here. Look at how pretty that is. I mean, it is kind of hard to see, but I cut a piece of scrapbook paper down to 4¼ by 5½ inches. And I'm going to put that in the embossing folder and go run it through my machine and come back. And this embossed beautifully. It is a little bit hard to see on that colored paper, but you can see it a little bit there. My plan is to add black ink over the top. So I've got a VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink pad, and I've done this once before, not too long ago. This ink pad is not super juicy, which is a good thing because this is a bit of a delicate image on here, and it did get a little bit of ink smudging. I don't know what you'd call it, a little bit of like shadow around the image. I was trying to press as lightly as possible, but still make the image dark enough. And here's where I did notice that there's a little bit of smudging around. So I was thinking, how could I get rid of that? And I brought out this eraser. I have no idea what this kind of eraser is called, but I thought I'd try it, and it did work to get some of the ink smudging off. So I thought, you know what? Why not grab that ink pad and make the images a little bit darker again? I kind of think what this is teaching me is that I need to invest in a brayer. I don't have one yet, but I have seen people use them, and I think possibly that could color up this image without getting smudges on it. But I am liking it a little bit darker, and yes, it is smudging some more, so I'm taking that eraser again. Generally, what I use this eraser for is getting the little sticky parts off of my scissors after I've cut foam tape, and it works perfect for that. Now for the sentiment, I'm coming in with a stamp set from Penny Black called Deepest Sympathy. I also bought this at my local scrapbook store. It has some beautiful sentiments on it. So I'm bringing in my Misty again so that I can line that sentiment up nicely and stamp it on. So I decided to go with the sentiment that says, "There are no words to take away sadness when you lose someone you love." So I'm just getting that out of the package and lining it up onto the panel, trying to make sure it's straight, and grabbing my little magnet there to keep it somewhat in place. And I needed to move it up just a little smidgen on one side. And we are ready to stamp. So again, I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. Just making sure my panel is straight there, right snug into the corner. And if I remember correctly, I only had to apply ink to this once. I think it's stamped on there beautifully. Yep, look at how pretty that looks. So now the only thing I have left to do is adhere this to the card base, because I didn't feel that this card needed any extra embellishments or anything. So I'm just going to bring in my Barely Art glue and glue the panel down. And I think I'm going to be very happy with this new embossing folder. I think it's going to make some beautiful cards. Lots of different options that I can use with colors and different pattern paper, even emboss it on some metallic paper. That'd probably look really nice. But here we go, adding the panel onto the card base. Make sure it's straight. And here is the finished card. And yes, you can still see some smudging in there, but that doesn't bother me too much. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.